We go back to the Cape Town International Convention Centre now, where the city's first 4-day Comic-Con is taking place. As you may have heard earlier on the agenda, it's a sold-out event featuring dress-up competitions, gaming arenas, elaborate installations and celebrity interactions. Now, mayoral, of course, as well as other parties. We cross live to SABC News reporter Vanessa Poonah, who joins us now for an update. Vanessa, thank you so much for your time this hour. So what's happening there now?
Yes, good morning to you again, and I can tell you that hour by hour the crowds seem to be growing here, of course, at the Cape Town International Convention Centre. This, of course, is the last day of a 4-day Comic-Con. It's a coming together of lovers of comic books, people that engage in what you call cosplay, but also it is a home for those artists, for example, animators. And at the moment I'm standing at the stand for the Cape Town International Animation Festival, which is also taking place under the Comic-Con theme, and I'm joined now by the director of the Cape Town International Animation Festival, Diane Makings. Diane, very warm good morning to you and great seeing you again. Just for a recap, in terms of, this is the first sort of official or real, or I don't know what to call it, a Comic-Con in Cape Town. I mean, it's a fully fledged event taking place. Talk to us a bit about the role of the Animation Festival within Comic-Con.
Well, what we were realizing is that the artists that were coming to the Animation Festival are also working in comics. So this was a great way to bring all the artists together under one roof, and also to show local consumers the good news about animation in South Africa. Because South Africa does amazing animation, but often locals don't get to see that work. So this is a way for us to showcase to a new type of audience that hasn't been exposed to the local work.
You told me off camera just now that South African animators have been showered with accolades. Give us a couple of examples, because like you just said, many South Africans or locals may not even know how well we are doing on the animation stage.
Sure, absolutely. So if you look at Daniel Snadden, who's a local director here, he's just won a BAFTA award for Snail and the Whale. Triggerfish's Revolting Rhymes was nominated for an Academy Award. We've got a short film that's coming out on Disney Plus on the 4th of May in the Star Wars Visions 2 anthology. And that is a collection of films that have been created all over the world. And that particular film, Our Song, was written, directed, produced, and animated all here on these shores.
Tell us how, very briefly, so here you have a young person wanting to get into animation, have an interest in it. Where do they go? What do they do? Very briefly.
Well, the first thing to do is pick up a paper and pen. You can see our Zoetrope activation over here, where we're encouraging people just to draw frame by frame. If you get a feeling for that, if you like that, then the next thing is to start to find courses. Now, Triggerfish Academy, they have a lot of free online courses for people to start trying on it. And if you like that, if you think, oh, that's something I'm interested in, then you can start looking at schools and courses. But there's a lot of prep work that you can do and a lot of free resources out there to see if you're actually interested.
Diane Makings, thank you so much for speaking to us, of course, there, Diane, the director of the Cape Town International Animation Festival. It's happening here at the Convention Centre in Cape Town today on the final day of the inaugural, if one can call it that, fully fledged Comic-Con taking place here in Cape Town.
Vanessa Poonah watching that story for us. Thanks very much indeed for that update.